work on RIPD, MIB,
And we're back.
and Ghostbusters.
Oh, hello.
And we're back.
Hi, everybody.
everybody.
It's Tuesday night night with the Raconteur Society. We're here to...
Half of us.
Yeah,
half of
we're
us.
shorthanded.
Yeah, those of us that can make it for various reasons. And tonight we are going to be playing some Low Life by Andy Hopp. So, Dale, you want to tell us
Yes, I did.
a little bit about Low Life?
Yes, for those of you who have not seen us play Low Life or have not heard of Low Life, this game is amazing. Let's see, where's the book? Okay, Low Life, Rise of the Lowly. It's by Andy Hopp. It's for Savage Worlds, so it uses the Savage Worlds system. He's got like 3 books out for it, source books. This is hilarious. Think Mad Max if it was designed by Monty Python, the Muppets, and Ren and Stimpy. That's the
And
best
that's
way.
all you need
That's
to know.
all you need to know. All the humans are gone. So bazillion years later, things evolved and took over, and they are the lowly. So you have things, races such as croaches, which are basically bugs. You have creamfillions, which are sentient snack cakes, because everybody knows that's going to survive the Great Flush. You have marshmallows. You have bodles, which are mishmash parts of human race. You've got piles and heaps and horks and smelfs. Lots of different characters. They're really hilarious.
And our group, our posse, is called Peeps.
Peeps. Yeah, you're the peeps. And collectively, you are known as a heap.
A heap of peeps.
A heap of peeps. So the game is really fun. It's really all out humor, and it's a very unique idea. So if you get a chance, check out Low Life by Andy Hopp. Check out Andy Hopp. He's a great guy. He's hilarious himself. So hopefully we'll make it to Ohio sometime and go to Con on the Cob. Yes, we will introduce our characters. Actually, while we're doing this, Mike, do you have the group, the picture of the heap of peeps?
Yes.
These are our characters that you'll be seeing in a minute.
There they are. And there's on TikTok, they're down at the bottom.
Yep. So these are our characters. So I think going from left to right is the first one there is Snagyorth
Flogmeester.
Flogmeester.
Florgmeester.
Florgmeester. That's Dennis. He's a bodle.
I'm a bodle. Sorry, I'm not in costume tonight.
Oh.
It's the end of the world.
Yes, I'm bodle, and I'm made of odds and ends mashup of leftover human DNA. I got one breast, I've got a hand growing off my chin, and my head is covered with little purple penises.
That's why they're censored.
Each and every one.
Yep. And he is also a religious man.
Yes, I'm a holy roller.
A holy roller is
Yeah.
what they call preachers and priests in
Push
this.
forward the faith and proselytizing on the return of the humans.
Yes, the Croach.
The Croach, that's my character, Fwoschnozzle.
Down at the bottom.
He's a little bug thing, and he's a giggity gigger. Those little creatures that he's holding are giggities. And basically they float around and touch people, sometimes inappropriately, but they take a trait from somebody, and then he can touch the giggity and get that trait. Who's next? I think it's Squeech is the next one.
I don't know. I can't see.
Yep, hold on. Let me get over there.
Okay.
I'm just checking our audio on our other streams. We just came back from Big River, so everything
Big
had to be
River Steampunk Festival.
we had to reset everything because we did a failed attempt to do a live show there.
Well, we did the live show. We just failed to record it.
Yeah.
Technical difficulty.
We did a good show.
Yep.
So
Too bad you can't see.
next is Squeech McGoigan,
Scorch McGoigan!
and she's a marshmallow.
Yes, I am a marshmallow, and I'm a little warrior, and she does speak the same language as everyone, but they can't understand her because of her thick accent. So they can't get it. Yet
Yeah. And she carries a war spork, doesn't
I
she?
carry a war spork.
That's her weapon.
And a crossbow.
So, after that is probably
That's me.
HoHo Jojo.
Greetings, Simon.
Hi, Simon.
Hey, Simon.
It's Aaron.
And HoHo Jojo is a creamfillion.
That's right. I'm basically a sentient ho-ho. I'm a bounty hunter, and I go after people for lots of clams, but I can't count or understand numbers at all, so I have problems getting paid, but I have no problem when I take this big hammer and get my intimidation and smack them in the face. And then I get a lot of clams. The more are in my hands, then a little bit in my hands is a lot. So I'm pretty dumb, but I'm pretty fun. Chew on me.
You eat me.
And
Eat me.
just so you know, the hindrances he's talking about in low life, he has really small guy, but when he carries that, he's compensating for something. Okay, so you guys have been traveling along. The last thing you did, you got back on shore from the danged.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah,
vampire cream fillion.
And Simon says that that's a cool haul, Dale. I know, right?
Oh yes, thank you. I love it. I love it.
Right, it's good. Right.
Try not to interrupt. No.
Okay. So anyway, you guys have been traveling along, and you've taken a break, and a couple of the party have decided to split off and check out some of the seaside
By the seashell with
saloons.
seashores.
Yeah, saloons, and collect some seashells on the seashore with a lady named Sally. They don't know who she is. So they've opted to kind of stay behind, and you guys are like, well, we're going to go on up the road a bit and
We're going to sally forth.
sally forth while you
Yeah.
sally seashell.
Everybody say hi, Sweet Fire Creations. They're waving at us.
So you guys kind of travel for most of the day, and about noon you come to what looks like a small little settlement. It looks like a ranch area. There's like a big fence. Looks like a
Is it
pen.
in a hidden valley by chance?
No, not a hidden valley.
That would be nice season. We're a season.
Yeah. But you do see what looks like the beginnings of a ranch up way in the distance. You see a small house and what looks like a stables. There are a few buildings here too, up by there. So you're coming in from the ranch side of this settlement. You do see what looks like a couple businesses and maybe a few homesteads up there. And then off in the distance, you probably see what looks like a little farming area. It looks like they're farming for dirt, which is going really well. So
There's some lovely people down here.
yeah, pretty much. And you do see some peeps wandering around the streets. Not many, but you do see a few. A couple of them seem to be going in this one building that's a little larger. Looks kind of an important building, one of the businesses. So as you guys kind of walk into town, you notice the ranch doesn't have any animals out, though. There's no animals in the corrals or anything like that, or in the pasture. So
That's strange.
as you guys kind of walk into town, you notice that the big building is a suds midden, also known as a saloon, and it's got a sign out front, but you can't make it out until you get a little closer. Some of the people who see you coming in, a couple are like, morning. Some of the dirt farmers, good morning. As you get closer to the center of town, which is all of about 5 buildings, yeah, the bigger building is a suds midden, and it has a sign out front that says the painted loins. Oh, I'm sorry, the pleated loins.
Depleted loins.
The pleated loins.
I like depleted.
Depleted loins. So, couple people go in. Yeah, you get to town. It looks like it's kind of a suds midden and maybe a hotel. Because it probably does have a sign in the window that says rooms for rent. So, the other building, the smaller building, looks like it might be a jail.
Huh.
And then next to that is like a general store. And then there's a couple like homesteads here. So most of them are kind of scattered out. You can see more homesteads out. They're not all blocked together like in the big city of Flume. So, but you come into town, where do you go?
Oh, let's get us something to drink.
Huh.
I'm pretty parched.
Brushing off the trail dust.
Yeah. Off your tongue.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have drank that.
You should
trail.
stop licking the road. I don't know why you do that. It's very strange.
Yes, but she drank her own vomit.
I drank his vomit.
Oh, that's right. She drank your vomit.
Well, that's true. That would explain a lot.
Somehow.
Yes. Well, in the grand scheme of things, yes.
At least that was wet.
Yeah, it was wet.
Yummy.
Slimy.
Chunky.
Yeah. Just like
So-
Mom used to make. Thanks, Mom.
So you guys walk into the pleated loins.
I never thought I'd go into the loins before.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the flaming cock or whatever we stayed at.
No,
in
that's true.
Pathfinder.
Yep.
So as you walk in, you notice it's got draperies on all the windows. It's very nice, pleated drapes. And as you kind of walk in, there's quite a few people in here. And up at the front, there's a heap who's bartending. A heap is basically a sentient pile of crud. So he's just
My poop's talking to me.
yeah.
Again?
Think of the.
Yes.
So you guys walk in. There's plenty of places at the bar. There's a couple tables. Okay, head up to the bar. All right. The heap kind of.
The Golgotha demon.
Yeah, you basically see him he's got a mug. He's whoa, wipes it around, sets it back on the shelf. You don't know if you wiped it out or not, or just smeared it inside, but probably gonna taste good either way.
Slam the clam down on the counter. They're your best there, Barky.
All right. He turns around, kind of like 3, only 2 of you. Or,
And her.
oh, there's 4 of you.
Yeah. I
I love HoHo.
I do the same he did. Whatever he had in his hand, I put up there because I don't have a clue. So I just
He just put something up there. He's like, okay, that's good. So he pours out 4 drinks, hands them over. He's like, well, new in town? Just passing through?
Yep.
Yep, everybody is.
both.
Oh, both. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
She drank my vomit, and she's really thirsty because she's been eating the dirt road.
Well, I ain't got nothing to top that, but hopefully this will do.
I see you harvest dirt here a lot.
Well, they do. The worms over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the dirt farm. We also have a cheese farm, and we also have the ranch over here. But he's fallen on some bad times as of today.
Oh,
What happened?
what's happened with them?
You trip or something?
No.
Had to clear all those hard times out of the field.
Somebody came and stole his 12 head of slog.
Oh my God.
Slog rustlers.
That's not good.
Don't you mean human? Oh, my human. Yeah, never mind.
Oh my.
Don't blaspheme me before my time.
Yes. She talks Anastasia.
Yeah, she's saying hi to Mom and
Oh, yeah.
and then says puts pool crap into a new perspective.
Yeah. It does. So anyway, he's like, oh yeah, apparently woke up this morning, all 12 of his slogs are out missing. Think he knows who done it, but he ain't got nobody to go after him. So I suppose.
Where might we find him? We might be able to help him.
Well, he's in his ranch house right across the road there. Yeah.
All
Go
right.
for your drink. He's like, he's willing to pay. He pours one, puts a lid with a straw in it, to-go cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got the little long swirly.
Like the swizzle straw. So he hands that over and he's like, yeah, you can go talk to him. He's probably hiring people for it. His name's Big John. Big John Flushhauser. So you guys walk across the street?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a ranch house. It looks decent. As again, low life is everything's kind of weird. So the ranch house probably looks like it's made out of a tackle box. So it's got the flaps, like the locks on the front doors, like a tackle box, and has probably like above the thing is looks like the logo for Fiskars, but it's been scratched out, and it says the Lazy Eye Ranch.
Lazy eye.
The Lazy Eye Ranch.
Easy.
So out front, you do see 3 guys coming out. They are dressed in what looks like cowboy duds. One is a flew, which is a fly that can't fly anymore. One is probably a hork, big slimy loogie, sentient loogie. He looks all gruff and kind of, oh, whatever. And the last one is a blorb, which is this little cute little pink blob thing with arms and legs. Yeah, it looks like Ziggy, the cartoon Ziggy. And he's waddling out. They all look kind of grumpy.
You're too late, Simon Ranch Dressing House. We already asked if it was in the Hidden Valley.
In the Hidden Valley. So they kind of pass you. The Hork looks over at you like, you're like, don't bother asking for work. Till those Slogs come back, we're out of work too.
Oh, just hold on. We might be able to help you with that.
Well, you just said you don't have to work. What?
Said, don't bother asking for work. Until those Slogs get back, there ain't no work. We're out of work.
Well, that's the work we're going to ask for, so I guess we'll just leave then.
No, it wasn't.
What? Yeah, to go find these cows. If they're not hiring for anybody to go find them.
No, we used to work here. Without any Slogs, we can't do anything, so we're out of a job.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah, we're going to get drunk. You get those Slogs back, let us know. We'll come right back.
Well, I'll have to turn an application in.
Maybe.
Well, I'm not going to hire you off the street. I don't know
You're not my boss.
Well, that's right, because you've been fired. Get out of here. Go get
my
my
boss. I'm going to the saloon. Go ask for a job.
I will.
And the Blorb's like, Harley, you should really calm down a little bit. Just take it easy. He's like, don't tell me to take it easy. And the Flu's like, well, you just go, let's go get drunk. Yeah, it sounds like a great idea.
No, thanks for shopping.
The Blorb's like, you'll have to excuse Charlie's.
Well, he just lost his job. It's understandable.
Yeah, it is.
Here's a couple clams.
How many?
6.
6.
I'm sorry you lost your job and your livelihood.
The Blorb's like, well, you didn't. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Go get drunk and forget about your problems, because when you're sober up next day, not only will you have a hangover, but you'll still have the problem.
Sounds good.
Just remember that just because you've lost your livelihood does not mean that you've lost your deathlihood.
That's right. And if the humans return, everything will be fine.
You gave him how many clams?
6.
He's like, puts 3 of them in his jacket, and he's like, hey, that guy gave us 3 clams. We can buy drinks. They're like, oh, come on.
All right.
So they go across the street.
I just can't do it like you. I just don't have it.
That's because I the holy roller.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to shut up now.
So you knock on the door. After a moment, after a moment, you hear the door open, and before you is standing a worm. He's about HoHo size, not very big. You notice he has no arms or legs.
No arms or legs this time.
So he's basically just a worm standing upright. And he's like, oh, can I help you?
Farmer Fleshhauser.
Oh, yes. Well,
That is you, yes?
no. That's the boss.
Ah, yes. We're here to see the boss.
Oh, I'm sorry we don't have any Slogs to rent or sell.
I don't know.
We're here to talk to him about.
Do you understand what a good animal?
Sort of.
Uh,
Okay.
We're here to
Oh, you want to try and get the Slogs back?
Ah! Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, all right.
why are you talking that way? You can speak English.
Well, I said I'd keep my mouth shut.
He's like, well, right this way. I'll show you to Mr. Hauser. So he kind of takes you through the parlor, back into this room, and it's like a big, garden area, kind of like a back porch, enclosed back porch kind of thing. And out there, you see what looks like there's some furniture, and then blocking the window, it looks like somebody's just piled a huge heap of sleeping bags or something. You don't know what it is. And he's like, Mr. Hauser, and this big thing of sleeping bags, you hear the and it turns around. It's actually a Bodil, like you, human DNA. and it looks like the sleeping bags was sitting on like a big giant globe. Well, as it turns around, you notice the globe was his butt, and he is massively obese. I mean, big. And he's on an electric scooter, but you don't even see the scooter because his butt and belly kind of cover it. So it looks like he kind of hovers. But he does have a, like Judge Dredd, the belly wheel that holds his belly up. It's like a unicycle wheel that rolls so his belly doesn't drag the ground. He's got a huge nose, a big schnoz. His cheeks are so fat, he looks like he has little beady eyes, little tiny ears, but it's just fat rolls everywhere. And he's got like a vest, like a Western vest, but it's like stretched to the max. Like if he just like flexes wrong, a button's gonna pop off and kill somebody. He's got the little tie, the turquoise necktie thing with the two strands, you know, like the cowboys wear. Like a bolo tie, I think it was.
Bolo
Yeah,
tie.
bubble, yeah.
Yeah, so he's got one of those. He's got a shirt, but it's just the collar for the tie because the shirt obviously didn't fit him. And then he's got this cowboy hat, and as he turns around, he picks it up off his belly roll and puts it on, but he's gotten fat, so it's a little... He reminds you of, remember Ren and Stimpy? They always drew the big fat guys, and like, yeah, that's what he looks like.
okay.
But massive. And he's got the little tiny cowboy hat. And he kind of turns around, and he's like, well, who we got here?
Well, Senor Fleshhauser, I am Senor
Meester.
Borgmeester. And my companion.
I have taunt, so I'm like,
Taunt. Okay, yeah. Well,
We've heard you got a wee bit of a problem.
I got a massive problem, friends. A problem bigger than you can imagine.
Oh, we're not gonna have to say big.
I don't know, I can imagine quite a lot.
Yeah.
But,
Out here in the rolling plains, you've got problems, huh?
Yep.
Heaps and hollers.
Tons of them. Tons of them.
I mean,
so you're,
wow.
excuse me.
you're missing your death stock.
My what?
Your death stock.
Death stock.
Well, that's what it'll be once they're slaughtered, right?
Oh, the slogs?
Yeah.
They better not slaughter them, those bastards.
Well, I mean, eventually you're going to.
No, I raise them and sell them. Breed them.
Yeah.
We don't slaughter them.
Oh, you don't kill it.
No.
You don't kill it before if someone eats it.
No, we don't. We're like
Or that's
free
somebody
range
else's-
slogs. We don't cage them. We don't slaughter them. We don't feed them to anybody. We don't eat them.
Feed them.
Problem
They're for riding.
it's a problem right now. They're a bit more, too free range.
Yeah,
They ain't here.
you could say that. You could say that. And I want them back. There are 12 of them, and they were stolen. And I know who stole them, but I don't know how to find him. And I can't
Give
get
us
around
the-
very well.
Give us the information here. So I think we might be able to help you out.
And you see him kind of like the little leg, kind of like the other little leg. And when he gets up, he actually thunk on his butt and bounces
Oh, okay.
over to the desk. He's got the big ass.
All right.
So he bounces like he's on one of those hoppity balls, but it's his butt. So he just got bound. And as he
Is the
does,
hoppity ball.
you guys feel the house like doing the. It's like there's a T-Rex coming.
Now I want to ride him.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know.
Just then, you hear from off like a doorway on the opposite side of the room. You hear someone go, "Well," and it's a female voice. "Well, visitors." Okay, you look around. You see another Bodil, and this Bodil is different. She's blonde, and to us, she would be like a 10. She is drop dead gorgeous. So
What?
think like anybody.
To us as humans?
Jessica Rabbit.
To us as humans, Jessica Rabbit, Ginger from Gilligan's Island, or Marianne, whatever you choose. But she is,
I was born in Marianne, but
yeah, me too. So she is drop dead gorgeous and like that. Now that's to humans. To you guys, it's the same effect. She probably doesn't look that good. She's a Bodil, so she's probably got like massive earlobes that hang down. She like flips her earlobes, that kind of thing. But it's to you guys, it's like, oh my god, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
To us, should be like, what is? It's like a Muppet that melted. So anyway, she's over there and she's like leaning in the doorway seductively.
Whoa.
And she kind of walks in the room, eyeing all of you, and she's like, "Oh, we have visitors. Daddy, you didn't tell me." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, they're here to help with the slogs. They're getting their slogs back. I'm gonna pay them a heap of clams if they do it." That's right.
The farmer started.
She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, well, that's sweet." And she walks by Slogs Snuggles and like takes his antenna and like twirls it, and you see him just go bright red, and he's like, "I get nervous around women."
Giggity.
Yeah, they look giggity. Shut up. So she kind of like walks to each of you,
He
including.
gets nervous around women?
Well, yeah, but you're not ladylike.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So basically, she walks around to each of you and kind of like looks like she's actually sizing you up
Oh, all right.
very seductively. And she's kind of like, well.
Yeah. The mall's not the only thing that's hanging around here.
She's
Just so
like,
you know.
really?
Yeah. I got a crossbow. I'm not very good at this. You're hot.
Yes, I am.
Yep. You know that good.
Do you mind if I need help opening a jar in the kitchen?
Yep.
She kind of saunters back toward the kitchen. You're gonna follow her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Slogs like, he reaches into his backpack, pulls out a giggity, and go see what's going on. He sends him off. So this little giggity flutters after you guys. Big John is at his
Waiting to
desk.
hear some noises from the kitchen.
Yeah. Big John is at his desk, and he's kind of like, well, I know who stole them. I'm not much of a tracker, but the ranch hand, my faithful ranch hand, been with me the longest. Jeeps is out there. He can find him. He's a tracker. He's one of the best damn trackers I've ever known.
You done got that?
He's the fellow that let you in. I'd like to send him with you, unless... Yeah, him. So I'd like to send him with you, because he's a damn fine tracker. Might be able to help you track him down quicker. So, they were taken by an outlaw around here. He's been after my slogs for at least a month now. Thinks he wants to open his own ranch. Sees how well I'm doing, how well fed I am, and how much money I make. He thinks he can get a piece of the action too. But he doesn't want to work for it. So I know he took my slogs and he's going to try and sell them. And I want him stopped, and I want those brought back. This fellow, he's got a gang though. There's about 5 of them altogether. He's known as Black Barf.
Barf.
Black Barf.
Black Barf.
Oh, yeah.
Got a gang of 4. They're all Coblins, which are sentient corn cobs. Corn on the cob. You do know that some Coblins are rumored to be... Coblins are brought about supposedly by the Elder Gods, Cornthulu. So some of them are Cornthulu worshippers, but not all. So if you can take jeeps and go find these folks, and bring back my slogs, you can do whatever you want to Black Barf and his men. Bring them back, dead, alive. I know there's a bounty on them, dead or alive, but I'm not sure how much. You'd have to stop the jail. But if you bring them in, I'll pay you for the slogs, and you can take whatever reward you can get for the gang.
You know, I don't know which way they went with them.
Well, I think they went out the back, but I'm not sure where they took off. But that's where jeeps will come in. He'll help you.
Yes, you're right, Simon. You will love this game.
Yes, it is totally.
So I keep taking sideward steps as I'm trying to get my ear closer and closer to the kitchen.
Back in the kitchen. Let's see. Test the wills. Persuasion would be against Mike. Roll your spirit.
Oh boy.
And it's an opposed roll.
Gonna find out
11.
how much
11.
billion
Okay.
you are.
as soon as you walk in, she's like, I have a jar that I can't open. You're like, yep, ma'am. She goes in there. She basically starts undoing her pants. The jar's in my pants. All
right.
And she's
I'm gonna grab her pants.
she's turning the charm on hard.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay. So you drop her trousers. There's no jar there.
Look at her. Well, I don't see a jar in here. Shake them.
She's standing there from the waist down naked, watching you shake her pants. There's no jar in here. It's like, no, the jar's over here. I need help screwing this.
All right.
Understand?
Yep.
Okay, you turn around.
Yeah.
He's basically right there, laying on the charm. You rolled it at 11, so you beat her.
Yeah.
So it's like you can.
Well, your dad's in the other room. You know that.
Yeah, I know. He's busy,
He's busy.
and this will be a quickie.
It will be.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right.
I'm good.
So let me guess, you've done this before.
Oh yes.
So is that a mason jar in your pants, or you just have to?
I'm damn happy to see it.
Well, she didn't have a mason jar.
Well, I've got my shots.
It wasn't a bricklayer jar either.
All right, let's crack this open. let's find what the problem is. We're gonna jam in there and we're gonna try and pop it open.
The giggity, you hear a thud as the giggity blushes, faints, and falls on the counter.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
And she grabs you, and unless you stop it, you're gonna have a quickie.
Okay. Do I have to roll anything or what?
You can roll your vigor. See how you do.
All of a sudden he comes out all deflated and all of a sudden
11.
11.
I'm all deflated. It's like filling.
all the filming.
Where'd all your filling go? She comes to the door,
Covered with filling.
covered in splooge.
Oh my God.
So anyway, yeah, you're kind of like moving over. You start hearing,
Yeah. When I put this, yeah, that's better. Yeah. I think, oh my God, my hammer again. Oh, let's make it more intense. Just before the viewers know.
So the farmer can't hear what
Oh, that's not a jar. Pop it. Oh! Yeah.
and you guys are.
Where's my shoe? Where did it go? Someone dig it, go on. You've done this before, huh?
Unfortunately,
Oh, someone's got my leg! Someone's got my leg! Oh, pull me out! Sweet mother of heaven!
you close your eyes. It's way funnier. So you and Foshan's are. He's like signing up this paperwork, and you guys are like,
I'm crying.
you hear this going on loud and clear.
I'm coughing.
And she's like, "Ugh." So basically, it's like her having a coughing fit while these two people have sex in the back, like crazy wild. And Foshan's just like sweating.
Yeah! Yeah!
And he kind of he's like,
So that's so.
Did you say something?
Have you heard about the return of the Humans?
oh yeah, I've heard a little bit about that. They're coming back soon. Almost having to shout over what's going on over there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, okay. All right. You see, Foshan's turns around and you kind of look behind you. You see HoHo Jojo coming out of the kitchen, totally disheveled, with like a hard hat on, and he's got his shoe like tied around his wrist, and he's walking like funny. So he looks like he's about 80 years old.
Yep, I got a brand of an eye on my side.
On his butt cheek, and he does have like claw marks on his back,
It's
and it's
kind of
like,
wobbling.
he's kind of, and behind him is a giggity that's actually walking on the ground, and it's got its eyes wide, and it just looks like it's seen like the horrors.
Horror.
Yeah.
Horror.
All right. Now,
He's like,
so when did they get stolen?
Last night, sometime early this morning.
Probably many years ago when it got stolen from her.
Pre-dawn then?
Pre-dawn, yeah.
Pre-dawn. Okay.
What's happening?
All righty. Oh, gee, we will go ahead and take care of this for you, sir.
Thanks.
Oh, Jeeps!
He kind of like, yeah. Did you say you had sex?
What?
Yeah.
6 of these guys we gotta find or what?
Yeah.
There's 12 slogs and five gang members.
Oh, I thought there were 6 gang members.
No, there's 5.
And then there's six slogs.
No, there's 12.
So that's a lot.
He got mine.
Is there more slogs than it? I have trouble counting.
Oh, I see.
Well, let's head out. We got the daylight is burning and the slogs aren't. So let's
get this back to this man's family and get him back to his life. Well,
Daisy! He starts moving back toward the kitchen.
I can't look over there. She's still dressed or not?
You can't see in there, but she's like, "Oh, Daddy, woo!" He's like, "What's wrong?" Photoshop was like,
okay. Hey, it's one of them bandits. Get him.
he immediately turns out, "Where?"
I think I saw someone. Go out the back. I'm gonna get him.
He starts bouncing that way.
I can't run that way. Yeah, it wasn't me. It was a one-eyed Willie that got here.
So Jeeps shows up, kind of bounces into view, and he's like, "So, I assume you got the job?"
Oh, I got it done all right.
he says you can help us track them down.
"Yes, I can."
Oh, yeah, that.
Alrighty, let's get to it cracking.
All right.
Sun's burning.
"Yes, it is. Yes,
Yep.
it is. Well, let's go." He's like, "We'll just go around the back, and I'll show you where I think they left." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Do you mind? I get real tired bouncing around."
I kind of clean myself up, you know. over
Yeah,
there.
he actually. You're
Wait,
closer, and he's
okay.
looking at your big weapon. He's like, "Oh, could I?" "You too,
What?
Daisy?"
You?
No, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-meter cattle prod.
No, it's about 10 meters, I guess.
There you go. I wouldn't touch it with that.
Why is that?
Because everybody else has. I got my standards.
Yep.
Actually, he doesn't. I got my standards.
Okay. Speaking of that, do you have like a vat of peroxide?
No, but you'll need one. Or a priest. And he kind of
Hey,
bounces.
hey.
Yeah.
Like, tell me I did wrong and you're absoluting me.
I'm absolutely sure you're gonna regret this.
Yeah, see? You're all better.
Let's go, Jeeps. We got these slogs to get.
So you offer to carry Jeeps. Okay, he jumps up in your arm. He kind of like whirls around you like a scarf. Even though you don't have a neck, so it's more like a boa. He's like, "All right." And he kind of points with his tail on the other side. That way. So you guys start heading out the back. Once you get to the back of the pasture, he's like, "Well, they came in through this way, and I can tell where they took out the boards and then put them back when they left. So it's this way. And you can kind of see where the grass is trampled a little bit and a little bit moist. Because, you know, the slogs kind of leave a congealed...
Snail trail.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh my gosh, she's a slog.
Baby.
Oh, Daisy?
Yeah.
Well, she's probably... Never mind. Let's go.
Kinky when you think about it.
So anyway, as you guys head...
Don't judge me.
You hear from behind you, like the pasture, you're in the woods,
Yeah.
kind of, and from behind you, you hear, "That son bitch, he's getting married." And Jeep's like, "Well, let's pick up the pace." So, you guys head out into the woods.
Oops.
They don't call you HoHo for nothing.
That's right. Oh, by the way, I died. I'm dead.
So you guys
I need
get
my
out.
legs.
Jeeps is very good at tracking. He's got a very high notice. So he's let's make a couple rules for him.
I've got brand new notes. Yay.
So anybody who wants to try and use tracking, it's your notice.
I do have tracking.
Okay.
Or tracking should be noticed.
It should be noticed, but it's kind of involved in its own thing.
Okay, because I have tracking and notice. I have both.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll make it separate for this game.
I mean, I can combine them.
No, that's fine.
And I have tracking
We
plus
can kind of
two.
make skills as we go if you really want with Savage Worlds.
We'll just make it up as we
I'd
go.
rather have a tracking skill. So, if you've got tracking, you can use it.
Because it has +2 street and track. once per day
Okay.
for
Oh,
my
once per day.
professional edge. I got 11.
You got 11? Okay. So yeah, you're following along with him, and you guys are right on track. It's like, yep, this is the way they went. This is where they go.
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
What's the
Target number's 4.
7?
7. Almost a raise. So give yourself a little tally mark somewhere that you're learning tracking.
Okay. I'll just write it above notice.
I could be giving you pointers. See this big slime trail? That's them.
That's what we're looking for. You guys did get a raise, you and Jeeps. So as you kind of look, you're like, oh yeah, you can actually make out some boot prints part of the way. So it's like they're kind of walking him at first, and then the boot tracks disappear, so they must be riding some of them. So they've mounted up so they can make better progress, or maybe keep the tracks from being as visible. So after a while, you guys get deeper into the woods, and it's kind of like, okay, well, we're going the right way. And Jeeps is like, well, we got to be careful this far out, especially in these woods. We don't want to scare the natives. Some of the natives can be pretty
The natives?
unruly. Yeah. You don't want the natives to come after you. That's for darn sure. Crazy.
What are the natives?
Well, if not the natives, what about the yatives?
The natives, I don't know about them. I just know about the scary ass mothers. Scary ass mothers.
Uh-huh.
Are they?
They are.
Wow.
Yeah. You ever seen them?
No.
No, I've seen scary and I've seen mothers, but if you combine the two, that would be horrific.
Scary ass mothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen asses.
Well, yeah, just came.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. I don't know how scary it was.
Does he actually murder people for touching her?
Huh?
Does he murder them for?
Usually just maims them.
Okay.
But if he likes you, he'll probably try and make you marry her.
Okay.
Simon said, are the bandits riding the slog in a single file to conceal their
That's just Tuscan Raiders.
Oh, Star Wars thing. No wonder I
Star
didn't get
Wars
it.
reference. So anyway, you guys kind of move into the woods, and he's like, "Okay, we got to be real quiet around here because this is where they spend most of their time."
Who does?
Shh. Scary ass mothers.
I don't know who they are.
The natives around here. There's a pack of them that live around here.
Well, maybe they don't like these bandits. They'll help us out.
Oh no, you don't understand. These guys are crazy. They don't even care. They don't care about anything. They're almost like animals.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's be quiet and move forward.
All right.
Try to take his.
What you doing? Give me back my hammer. I haven't watched that thing yet. Okay.
Just then, you hear some trees and shrubs rustling off in the distance.
Oh my goodness, what is it?
And you're like, "Stand up. Be quiet. Don't say anything. Be quiet." And they kind of stop rustling. And he's like,
Okay, I have the hindrance curious.
okay. You gonna go over to the shrubs and kind of?
Yeah.
You do.
He's around me though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's around you. He said, "What are you doing? No, back up. Don't go over there. No, don't go over there.
Give me
Don't go there."
give me my thing.
Give me my thing back.
And because
God, it smells.
because I'm overconfident, hindrance, I'm right behind her.
Yeah.
Oh, you have overconfident? No, we got this. We got this.
Oh
Okay.
man, this thing stinks.
As you part the bushes, you see this thing flipping you off. Looks like he is in the picture. A little pink face, like a head with two crazy looking eyes that are rolling around.
Like something out of a Dr. Seuss book.
Big teeth, gangly arms and legs, and yes, he's like flipping you off bad. And as you do, he does that. Mother! And all of a sudden you see from the trees around you, like 8 more of them appear. And they're running at you. So we're gonna go into rounds.
Okay. So we have to roll what to start?
Draw a card. 1 card each. I'm sorry, there's 7 in total.
Okay, there's 7 total of the scary ass mothers.
Scary Ass Muthas. And they are about as tall
Simon's
as...
talking about bacon trees and ham bush.
It was a ambush.
It was a ham bush.
Yeah. These things are about as tall as HoHo Jojo.
Okay.
So they're little, but they're like, yeah, they're like chihuahuas or something. Okay. So everybody get your cards?
Now,
All right. Aces.
Yes.
All right. What do you do?
Well, War Spark.
Yep.
Just go.
I'm sure you probably had it in your hands.
Yeah. I go running at him.
Well, the one in front of you is like from me to you, so you could probably wallop him if you want right
Yes,
off the bat.
yes, please.
Okay, so roll your fighting. And the way this works is you roll your fighting. Your target number is whatever his parry is. And his parry is going to be 6. So you need a 6 or better to actually hit him.
Okay. And this is not brawling. This is
fighting.
brawler wouldn't help. me.
Brawler is unarmed.
Yeah. So I need a 6 or
Yep.
better.
Hold that.
Oh, that fell.
And don't forget to add your wild die. And they're separate, but they both
I did.
ace.
18.
So you hit. But they've got a toughness 7, so you got to roll really well on your damage. So, all right. So you smack into him. He just kind of like, and then gets really mad.
Gets knocked to the ground and just right back at me.
Pretty much.
All right, here.
All right. So that was aces. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kings. Queens. Queens. The scary ass mothers kind of mob you en masse and start to attack. Let's see here. Here it is. Extras. So 2 of them are going to attack you, Snagyorth. 1 will hit, and he is going to do strength. Ooh, what's your toughness?
5.
5? Okay. He hits you and you are shaken. Which means you're kind of like, whoa, knocked out, beat up, hit hard. So you can't take an action until you either A, you can spend a Benny and avoid being shaken altogether, or on your next turn, you have to make a vigor check. If you succeed, you can act like normal. If you get a raise, or if you succeed, you come out of it, but you can't really take any actions. But if you get a raise, you come out of it and you can make an action right then. If you go bust, you're still shaken. But you can spend a Benny at any time to get rid of it. So you are shaken. 2 are going to attack you. No, actually, 1's going to attack you, Squeech.
Yes. I'm sorry, I think I had my wrong toughness written in.
He's going to hit. What is your toughness?
Apparently it is 5. I think I had it written down wrong.
I think when you torch yourself, you get that extra.
Yeah, when I torch myself,
Yeah.
I get the extra.
What's
so.
your vigor?
My
6.
vigor is 6.
Okay, so yeah, +2 is 5.
Yeah.
Okay. You are also shaken,
Okay.
so you can either spend a Benny to avoid it or keep it for now and try and roll vigor next round.
No, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
Spend a Benny.
I'm not gonna get shaken this early in the fight.
Okay.
With that little spindly thing.
Yeah. All right, and 2 of them are going to attack you.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That one misses. That one's going to hit. What's your toughness now?
I have 6, but I also have decent armor, which gives me +2. So I have an 8.
You're like, get off. Doesn't affect you at all.
Good.
All right. That was
Oh,
Queens.
did you have armor on?
Just a decent helm.
Just a helm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Does that give you +1 armor or something?
+2 head.
Plus 2 to my
+2
head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't roll for location. So we'll just, let me roll for location then and make sure. Huh, a 10 in the head.
Oh,
So,
get your Benny back.
yeah, you get your Benny back because it wouldn't have done anything.
Clank.
Yeah. Dunk. You hear the bong. Jeep's like, ooh. Okay, so that was Queens, Jacks,
Yep.
Okay, what do you do?
All right. So they're all crazy, right?
They're basically, in the Muppet Show,
Yeah.
when they all go, ah!
Yeah.
Imagine these things
Yeah,
doing that.
All right. Can I? Oh. Shoot. You all right?
Yeah.
You must have bumped it.
Oh, it was this spell that behind me. Okay. That was loud. Anyway.
Okay, so can I act crazy too and like flip them off and like throw my axe in there so they can smell my what's her name?
Daisy.
Then I gotta go, wow, like communicating with them like I'm crazy too.
Do you have persuasion?
Let's see. I have taunt. I do have persuasion. Yes, I have persuasion.
Roll
so-
your persuasion.
All right.
Target number is 4.
Okay, can I spend a Benny to roll?
Spend a Benny and re-roll it.
Okay.
Don't forget your wild die.
There, I got a 5.
You got a 5?
Yep. 5 and a 1.
They actually pause.
Smell this. Smell this.
They look at you, look at each other. You're like, this guy.
Yeah, I can point off the way that they went. The bandits went.
Yeah.
Point the way we came.
Okay. I'll get to you in a minute. That was Jax.
Have a great night, Moon Dancer.
Bye, Moon Dancer. Thank you for playing.
Was that Jax?
Yes, it was.
10s, 9s, 8s, 7.
I got a 3.
Okay. What do you have?
I
Oh,
have
you already
8,
went.
yeah.
You already went. Nice. All right. Snag Yorth, what do you do?
I'm going to use my persuasion. We need to follow those slogs. There's other guys that you would really, really enjoy beating up on because they don't care about the humans. They're really, really bad people.
And it's funny because he's like a wrestler.
He's like this, and I'm rubbing my crotch.
Okay, go ahead and roll your persuasion.
Bing, 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 bing. I can speak crazy.
I forgot about force knowledge.
I can speak real crazy.
Double once.
Double ones?
You can
Spend a Benny.
spend a Benny.
Oh,
Get all pissed off and attack you.
I'll be like, him? Yeah.
And that's a 9.
Oh, that's better.
Okay, hooray. All right. Basically, they're like, ah. You two, they're like, ah. This guy's crazy. What is he talking about? Did he really do that nasty stuff? That's gross.
Remember the farmer's
Should we
daughter?
go check it out? We don't have junk. Why would we go? Oh yeah, you're right. Well, he wants to follow. He wants to go after those things. Yeah, I guess. You're like, we have to go after those slogs. They don't like humans, and you'd like to beat up on them. And they're like, hey, Jerry, we can beat up on these guys they're following. You mean really? Like just beat them up? Yeah, that's what he said. That's pretty cool.
Is that how they're talking, or is it all?
No,
just-
that's how they're talking, but what you hear is
oh, I might be able to understand that.
what they're with subtitles, and you're like, well, that's great, Ralph. Why don't we follow them from a distance so we don't, lose the urge and just attack these guys again, because that's pointless. We could follow them like we're sneaking up behind them, but when they find these other people, we could kill them. Yeah. That's a fine idea, Mark. Let's do that. So basically, these scary ass mothers actually just kind of fall in line.
All right, let's go.
quickly.
It's like, what the hell did you just do? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I reached in like I probably got like
The
some.
power of the Romancher.
Amen. I've got like some rash or something. I hand it to them.
What is it?
Like the rations, food.
Yeah.
Hand it to them.
Yeah, they probably just like stuff it in their mouth, and it's like Slimer. It's like feeding Slimer.
Yeah, I just give them some food. You know,
You do that from about 20 feet away from out of the bushes, you see Nozzle. What happened? They are friends now?
Out. Give him some food if you got some.
One of the giggities like leaves his shoulder. And he's like, no,
No.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're like twitching. It's like, ah. So you guys head on. So they don't attack, but once in a while when you turn around, they look like they were sneaking up to kill you.
Okay, well.
Look, especially you turn around, they're like, oh, good. It's kind of like Harpo marks, a bunch of Harpo marks. Yeah, So you guys travel on for a while. Eventually, you will come to what looks like a clearing up ahead, and you can hear some noises. Before you get to the clearing, you hear some noises off in the distance, and it sounds like something moving, trees, like here's limbs snapping in the distance, kind of feel the ground rumble, and Nozzle's like, what's that? Jeep's like, I don't know what that is. I've never heard that. It's big, whatever it is. So, kind of off in the distance, so you can't quite make it out yet, but you can roll your notice. Anybody can roll their notice.
What if you don't have notice?
Oh, it's an unskilled check, which...
Oh, okay.
Why, no.
Mike, you as you approach this clearing, before you get to it, you can hear something big moving in the distance, breaking tree limbs and shaking the ground.
Okay.
Snuggles like, what is that? And Jeeps is like, I have no idea what that is, but it's big. So everybody looks that way. You can use your notice.
Okay.
If a character doesn't have a skill for an action he's attempting, he rolls a d4 and subtracts 2 from the total. Wild card characters still get their wild dice, but they're also at -2.
So it's a D4 -2.
Yeah, and then your
wild
wild
dice,
die -2.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, they would ace like normal. So if you want to roll notice to see what's over there, or... Nope. Really? Okay. So
I failed.
Oh, okay. All right.
I rolled, but 1 and a 2.
Oh, okay.
I failed as well, 1 and a 2. And I think I'm going to say a 1 and a 2. Jinx! Fail, buddy.
Fail, buddy.
Fail, buddy.
I got 3.
You got 3? Okay. So
I think I'm going to blame mine on... I turned around and started walking backwards, and Jeeves is actually facing forward, so he's just kind of...
oh, he's your eyes.
He's my eyes,
Yeah, and I'm looking
keeping an eye
behind
on
you too.
these guys.
I've heard that crash. I'm like, oh, it's them?
Yeah, you little bastards. All right, let me.
I'm running out of
Nozzle
pot
here.
pies. Gosh, what that smell is, I don't know.
3. So none of you make it. None of you can see through the woods. It's too thick over there. You can hear it moving, but you can't see anything. So you guys kind of keep moving toward the clearing. Mm-hmm. As you get to the clearing, you notice it's a pretty good sized clearing, and you hear munching sounds. And as you get to the clearing and look through, you see 12 slogs, and these are pygmy slogs, about the size of a regular slog. Regular slogs are pygmy slogs. They're the ones that you ride. They're like horses to you guys.
Oh, okay.
A little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, about like that. Some of the smaller slogs are the ones that you eat. Like Rob has the eensy weensy slogs for his slog thrower gun. Mm-hmm. So, and then they go all the way up to gargantuan.
And those are the ones we milk, aren't they?
Those would be pygmy slogs.
Those are pygmy.
Those are that one that was tied up that they were milking. That was a pygmy slog.
The one of several.
Yeah, one of several, and they come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, all kinds of stuff. But you see, what looks like 12 of them out in this clearing, grazing. Mm-hmm. And as you look, you see what looks like a little hut. It's kind of like a slapped together wooden hut, kind of crooked, so it looks like a cartoon hut. And it's got the little crooked chimney. It's got a little plume of black smoke coming out of it. And in front of that building, you see 5 guys, and they are Coblins. And to give you an idea of what a Coblin looks like, I didn't get a chance to draw these characters. Maybe I'll do it for next time. These guys are Coblins. They're basically
Okay.
sentient
Yep.
corn on the cob. And you notice there's another good one.
Oh, looks like he's playing rock and roll.
Yeah. So these Coblins are dressed in like the same kind of Western gear. They have like cowboy boots and little gun belts. You notice a couple of them have gun belts with slog throwers. And they have little cowboy hats. A couple of them have big daggers or like what look like clubs that they're carrying. But there's 5 of them. One of them is distinctly darker than the others. Even his kernels are like street corn, you know, that kind of darker brown. And he's wearing a black hat, black belt, black boots, black vest. That must be Black Barf.
Yeah.
The others are part of his gang. And you hear them arguing amongst themselves about what they're doing with the slogs. You know, how long do we have to keep them and blah, blah, blah. And you pick up their names as they're arguing with each other. So, not going to role play out the fight, but you do hear, like, what are we doing with these things? Well, we're going to sell them. Who are we selling them to? I got a guy lined up. I just have to get in touch with him. Blah, blah, blah. You pick up the names Plort Gobbler, Smitty, Chickenfoot, and Wingnuts. So they're up there fighting, and you guys are creeping up to the clearing, and you see the 12 slogs just milling about.
Yeah.
Kind of free range,
Yeah.
but the guys are just kind of up there arguing about something. Go ahead, and are you getting any closer? What are you going to do? Let me ask you that.
Yeah. Well,
What do you guys plan on doing? Getting closer or
Well,
staying here for a
we're
minute?
kind of talking. I'm like, what do we go up and like try and talk to them? But we got the crazies.
yeah, we can let the crazies loose on them, and
I'm going to charge right in as my normal thing and start proselytizing and saying, and the angels of the humans.
What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna run in front of them,
Okay.
like hoofing it. I'm like, you gotta run.
Okay.
They're like, the mothers are coming. The mothers are coming. I was here to buy it.
What was the guy? Did they say the guy's name? That
Black
was gonna,
Barf?
but no, that was gonna buy it.
No, they didn't say.
I was like, I was here to buy those things, but I ain't going to buy them with these things on my tail.
So I'm gonna try and bluff
Oh, okay. I got it.
and then they're gonna come out charging after. So
Okay, got it. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to establish a, what is it called? A Judas slog. That's the slog that all of the other,
oh, the alpha slog.
The alpha slog?
yeah, it's called the Judas slog because all the other slogs will follow him.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try to establish one and
Okay.
rope him because I have Beast
You
Puncher.
are Beast Puncher.
Yep,
And
there you go.
Gibbs is like, you know how to handle slogs? That's awesome.
If I don't have rope, I'm sorry. I've got this worm.
Bullshozzle's like, wait a minute. Gets a giggity out of his pack. He's like, go touch her.
Won't that take it away?
No, he just copied it.
Oh.
So the giggity comes over, touches you like on the ear, like licks your ear, flies back to him, touches him on the shoulder.
Oh,
and he's like,
cool.
oh, I'm a Beast Puncher too. And he's like, I don't have any rope, but I can ride. So he's like, yeah. Yeehaw! So basically, he copied your trick. So, okay, we will. Well, we won't go into rounds yet because this might be over really quick. I'm not sure. Mike, you come busting through the clearing. They all turn. A couple of them pull slog throwers. The rest of them brandish their weapons.
I put my hand up. Run! I'm here to buy the slog. Bring slogs to so and so. And I'm like, but the badass mothers are after me. The badass mothers are coming.
They kind of pause, like, you know this guy? Oh, he said he was here to buy the slogs. Ooh, okay. You say something about scary ass mothers? Well, maybe. You come through the clearing. What do you do?
I'm doing my proselytizing. I come bearing the words of the return of humans, and backing me up are the angels, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was.
They're like, them ain't angels or demons. And the scary ass mothers come bounding into the clearing, bouncing on each other, flipping everybody off, slobbering, gnashing their teeth, rolling their eyes. And the goblins. One of them was like, "Oh my god!" The other four are like, "He's gonna blow!" And they're gonna dive for it. Let's see if they make that first. Let's see.
Gonna blow.
Yeah.
I think Black Barf is going to.
Oh, okay.
He's going to pop because he's pissed off. Pop, 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 pop.
And you see Black Barf. And he just, all of his kernels, pop, 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 pop. It's a heat and explosion. Two of the gang members get thrown into the woods, knocked out completely.
What the hell?
One of them drops. The other one goes and trips and jumps behind like a water trough there. So he doesn't take any damage. The other one is shaken.
Oh my god.
Bastard.
And it's just like, imagine popcorn going off like 3 times as loud.
Oh my
and
God.
after it's done, he's standing there and he's just a cob. But he's just like, "You sons of bitches." And he goes for his gun.
Okay.
Okay. So that happens. You can make your roll. You wanted to use animal handling or something? Or
Beast puncher.
beast puncher?
There's +2 to riding, 1 action to affect animals.
Oh, okay. So you can use your action to affect animals. Let me see if you have to make a roll for that or if it's automatic. Here. Oh, right to it. Almost. Beast puncher. As an action, you may attempt a persuasion roll to alter the reactions and moods of hostile animals after. Oh, okay. Got it. You have persuasion?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion.
But they're not hostile.
It doesn't have to be. You can call them a hostile animal, but this, you're just getting them to do what you want to do. So it's actually easier.
Okay, I got a 5.
You got a 5? Good enough. So you go up to one of the slogs, nearest one. Come here. Whatever you're going to do. And it kind of stops munching. Ooh. Starts heading your way. So it's going to follow you.
I've got a nice circus peanut.
I bet it roll my life.
So Jeeps is like doing the same thing, like, come on, you know, getting it to follow you. And you notice Full Schnozzle's kind of like, yeah. He goes to another one, come here. And they start kind of following along. Jeep's like, oh yes, we got it. As long as you guys keep them busy, we're in the home clear. Come on. So he's like, I got this. And he jumps, like uncoils and jumps off of your head and curls up on the slog. He's kind of like, come on, let's go. Kind of wraps his body around him. So
Oh, that's right.
the
He's a
reins.
ranch hand.
So he's the reins. So he starts riding the lead slog. Full Schnozzle's like, got it. Do you guys need help? Okay. He hops up on a slog. He actually pulls out 3 giggities, touches them, and they all land on the slogs, some of the slogs, so they're taking up the rear. So these guys are getting the slogs to start moving. You
Okay.
guys,
Once that popcorn starts going off, they might be moving a little faster.
yeah, they probably are. So Black Barf is there. The one guy gets up. You're gonna find out that's Pork Gobbler, and then the guy on the ground, kind of like, starts getting up and starts grabbing for his weapon. So we'll go into rounds for this.
Okay. Cards.
Card me.
Okay, aces, kings,
King.
king.
Okay.
You're getting right up to him. So what do you do?
Oh, I mean, will I be able to get to him this
You'd
round?
be able to get to him this round. Okay. There's the guy on the ground, and Black Barf is going for a gun,
Okay.
and you have initiative over him. So what do you do?
Do I know this Black Barf with my...
Oh, yeah, you can make a smarts check real quick.
I might have done it beforehand, or do you want me to do it now? Or...
You can do it now as you're running up. You're like, oh, I remember this guy.
All right, so that...
Well, we could say it happened beforehand because you did hear his name.
Yeah. So what would I run? Streetwise?
Oh, streetwise.
Yep.
So that would work.
I got a 5.
Okay, yeah, Black Barf. Yeah, he's kind of an underhanded dealer, known for slog wrestling and also like get rich quick schemes, theft, a lot of theft, a lot of
Claims to
stealing.
be a Nigerian prince.
Yeah. he's good at
I'm waiting for that. I gave money to help, so
he's
I got plans to help. They're gonna help me.
stealing from others and using it for his own schemes, that kind of thing.
Do what I know if it's dead or alive?
It's dead or alive,
Okay.
and he's worth probably 100 clams alive and 20 clams dead. So they
Okay.
prefer him alive.
So even though I don't know numbers, it's probably
You
worth...
would know that it's better to bring him in alive.
Okay. All right. All right. As I'm running up, I've got my maul out. I'm like, "That's crazy! It's crazy! I ain't buying these things. You're Barf Bar, ain't you?"
Barf, barf.
Yeah. Bam.
Why? You're gonna clock him?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So that'd be my fighting.
Yep, fighting.
All right. So. 4.
Okay, so you connect.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. It's his parry. What is his parry? His parry is 5, so you're gonna miss.
I can spend a
You
penny.
can spend a bend and reroll. Gary, have fun.
I got a 4. I got a 3, so worse.
Okay. So you want to stop there?
I can spend one more, right?
Yeah, you can spend until you
Oh,
run out.
all right. I'm out of bennies, so here we go.
Okay.
I got 4.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Okay, so you go up and you're like, yeah, and he's almost like, switch. Ah.
There's a kicking on your shoulder.
Okay, so that was kings, queens, jacks, tens, nines.
Yeah.
He's gonna draw on you, partner.
Dang it.
See.
Thanks for sharing the live video, Bradley.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fred.
D8.
We appreciate it since now we're banned for talking about bad things.
Okay, so he is going to shoot. And where's that? Didn't write that down. I gotta look up the weapons because I forgot to write it down. In there. There it is. What's your toughness?
8. With my armor.
Yeah. He pulls out the slog thrower.
Yeah.
Point blank. And you've seen Rob's character use this.
Yeah.
He like, click, boom, the slog goes up, boom, and just like accordions together. And then you hear it go, ow! And it just kind of.
There's a kicking on your shoulder. Oh, sorry, buddy.
He's like, I hate those things.
Yeah. I was just swinging at it. Hey, you shot me.
All right. That was 9s, 8s.
8.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead and approach and clock him with my staff.
Okay. The other guy on the ground is reaching for his weapon as you get up there, so you can either hit Black Bart or you can knock out that guy.
Well, I'll knock out him since.
Okay. And I will tell you that Black Barf is a wild card. The other guys are extras.
Yeah, so you hit him once, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hit the guy getting up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, no, I have the weapon staff, but I don't actually have a brawling or fighting thing.
Okay.
So what do I roll?
It would be a D4 and your wild die -2 to each because it's unskilled. So you're basically just whacking at him.
I got a 1.
1. Okay. Do you want to spend a penny or do you want to save it?
Yeah, I'll spend it. Give her another
Right now,
shot.
we never
Give
we
it
always
a try.
forget him.
Yeah.
No,
Usually
yeah.
we don't even use it.
Hey,
Hey,
Ooh.
no, 1 again.
Okay.
I'll have to train you.
Yeah.
You missed 2 off of your pennies.
Well, you know, that's different. I'm a professional loser.
So you swing at him and he's like,
Yeah.
whoa. He reaches for his weapon. Okay, so that was 7.
8.
It's 8. 7.
I have a 5.
5.
Oh. So I'm
Yeah,
five.
what do you
Okay.
do?
Set my ass on fire.
Okay. So you just light a match,
Yep.
set yourself on fire. Okay, that'll be your action, but you are now charred and armored.
The crazy ones are like, yeah, she's like us.
Yeah. 2 of them probably run up to you. Light me on fire. And they run toward the goblins. Okay. So 3s, the one on the ground grabs his weapon and gets up, and he's going to take a swing at you since you're right there. Let's see. He's just an extra. What is your? Do you have parry?
Yes,
What is your parry at?
+1.
For a total of.
How is parry itself?
Oh,
It's down at the
2
bottom.
plus half your vigor die type.
Yes, okay.
It's,
So,
half fighting.
yeah.
Oh, fighting is parry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So,
you don't have
but the,
fighting, so it'd just be-
Right, yeah.
So
It's 3, actually.
3?
Because,
Okay.
because of my staff, so.
He needs some lessons too. He rolled a 3. So he's like, yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
Basically slices right past you, but it doesn't affect you. You didn't get higher. So you're okay. And the other guy behind the water trough gets up and basically is going to kind of pop up and take a shot with his slog thrower.
Okay.
But he probably like sees all your armor. Let's see. 2.
My God.
Captain 5.
So he's like, pow, and it flies right over your shoulder. You actually see the little slog in slow motion. Ah! As it flies past you, like, oh, I missed.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So that was 3s. Next round.
Okay.
Hey, dealer, hey, dealer.
No.
Ka-ching-ka-cha,
Oh, I forgot. Aces. Kings. King.
King.
What do you do? You can run up and charge any one of these guys.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take out the henchman because then we can all gang up on
Right.
the main guy.
Which henchman do you want to go for?
Whoever's closest. What, the guy that went behind the trough?
Yeah,
or...
probably that guy. So if you want to go over and
You gonna jump down and go after him on foot, or are you going to trample him?
Besides, I need to put my fire out, so I'll run into the trough and come back out.
Okay.
And
oh, she never got on the slog. Jeeps did.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, no, they were.
That's right.
So you're
That's
gonna
right.
run down and attack him with your
With my.
war sport.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll to hit. So you're fighting plus your wild die.
Fighting. 9.
Okay, you were gonna hit him hard. You got a raise on your roll. I forgot about this. So roll your damage, which is what? Strength plus.
Oh, it is strength plus D8.
And add a D6 because you got a raise, so you're doing extra damage.
Oh, okay. Strength plus D8 plus an extra 6-sider.
Yep. And then add them all together.
Add them all together.
Because if you get a raise, you could do an extra D6 of damage. I forgot to include that last time.
These pop.
Yes.
20. Much better than last time.
Yeah. So he comes up, pow! Shucks, I missed. Oh, crap! He goes flying up over the hut and probably lands behind it. So you just invented golf. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
So he flies over, he's out. Okay, that was kings, queens, jacks.
I need to stand up for a bit, so I'll
Okay.
just defend myself in any situation.
Okay, jacks. This is the guy with the knife. So he's gonna swing at you again. Totally misses. He rolled a 1. All right, so 10s, 9s, 8, 7,
7.
7.
So I've got the guy with the knife on me.
He's facing you. He just missed
Yep.
totally.
So, yeah, I'm gonna slang him with the staff again. So.
Okay. Tell you what, I'll let you roll a D4 and a D6, no penalty, because he's right in front of you, completely defenseless.
3.
3. Yeah, you still missed. He managed to dodge right out of the way. So, that was
7.
7. 6. Well, you're the last. I think you're the
No,
last
he's
one.
still-
I have 5.
Go ahead.
All right. So, are the crazy mothers up, or what's going on with them?
They are going to be here next round because a couple of them wanted to get set on fire, and then some of them were like slogs, but then they were like, no, come this way. So
Okay.
they're kind of like, what the hell? But now they're starting to move this way.
Okay. So there's one guy on the ground, right? That swinging. Or
He's now standing up.
can
in
I
front.
grab him and throw him at the mothers?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have wrestling, but
Use brawling.
What about Barf? I thought you were fighting Barf.
I was. I have fighting. I just have fighting. I
Oh, you don't have brawling.
don't have any of that. So it'd be hard.
Actually,
throwing. I'm throwing.
Let me check, because I think fighting is actually a catch-all, because you gotta remember they don't have the same skills as
Right.
Deadlands.
Okay.
Let me see. Maybe they don't have brawling. Maybe it's just fighting. Fighting covers all hand-to-hand melee attacks, whether it's with fist, axes, laser swords, or martial arts.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm kind of standing there. I'm like, oh, now look, I'll give you a good price for these, but we gotta get 10 of these crazy mothers and their head priest. And I kind of, excuse me.
Head priest.
I grab the guy. Like, here, take care of them, and I'm gonna throw them at the mothers.
Okay. Roll your fighting.
Popped. 8.
8?
Yeah.
You definitely grab the guy. He's got a parry of 5.
Okay. I gotta
When
stop.
you say, and their head priest, he's like, this guy? And then you chuck him into the scary ass. Like, I'm taking care of the head priest. Hey! So you throw him, and you see him,
I go, oh, there. Nom, 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 nom.
you see him fly in the air. In slow motion, tumbles end over end, and all the scary ass mothers gonna go. And he lands in their arms, and it's kind of like a zombie movie.
Oh,
In fact, you actually see them put him on the ground. They're covering him, swarming him. And in the massive arms, you see one with a big stick of butter, one with a salt shaker. Basically,
where did that come from?
exactly. basically they start, and you notice as they gnaw on him, they do the typewriter. Ding, 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 ding.
Well, that's pretty horrific.
So he's screaming.
With him as a roller platen, can click, click, rotisserie style.
Yeah. Okay, so that was 5s and 3s.
Yeah.
Black Barf is gonna pull out his knife and try and slash at you.
I ain't buying them from you then. I'm gonna take it in for your bounty.
Ooh, what's your parry?
8.
That's 10, so he will hit you.
Ouch.
His knife is strength. For 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So you're like, ping! It sparks off your armor.
Oh, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, because it has to do more than your toughness.
Okay.
Your toughness is what, 6?
6.
Yeah, he only got 4.
Because it's 6, even though I have armor, the actual toughness is 6. Right.
Right. Well, it would include your armor too, so he couldn't even get through that.
Oh, okay.
So your toughness with your armor is 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
She might be able to hit you.
Okay.
He might. He will.
Yeah.
So he ting. And we go, well, I'm definitely not buying them from you. He's like, drops the knife. Well, maybe we can make a deal here.
You had a giggity on you.
And he looks over and he sees her
Yeah.
with the war sport, and the other guy's nowhere to be seen, and she's doing this. And then over here, he's his buddy getting eaten. And he's like, hey, we can make a deal.
All right.
So you guys can come out of rounds. He's pretty much like, I think eventually one of you guys is going to kick my ass because I can't do anything to him. So he's kind of trying to wheel deal his way out of this. He's like, well, I'll give you the slogs for like half price.
Okay.
I think it's a matter of
Well, how much is that?
let's walk.
What
Let's
slog?
walk up to the sheriff's office.
And you're like, what slogs? Well, the slog.
Well, an animal. Well, I don't expect to get paid by the person who sent me, so I guess we'll take your bounty. Punk. I'm gonna knock him out.
Okay, you can do so. You
Yeah.
knock him out.
All right, tie him up.
Bundle it.
I got manacles, so
Okay.
I'll tie him up. And I point to the other ones. Oh, look, dinner's on.
They move away, and you see the Coblin laying there, and it's kind of horrific because it's just a corn cob.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh man, I'm so cold.
He's still alive.
They didn't take the kernels. They didn't eat him. Can't eat a corn cob.
Oh, okay.
So the other one.
Gotta boil that first.
So a couple of the ones are just like, what? Ah! And it's basically like,
You know, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They do the
like the Lord of the Rings goes, where they just leave old cob in their wake.
All right. Well, we better search the hut before they're done eating them.
Yeah, in the hut is nothing. There's like a mattress, couple mattresses, and like a pot of sludge that passes for coffee.
Okay.
It was just a hideout of theirs.
Okay.
So you don't find anything in there. There is Black Barf's slog thrower and holster, if anybody wants it. The other guy had a slog thrower and holster, but this one's kind of fancy.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody wants a
Well, we'll
pistol,
take it. We'll take it.
take
Yeah,
it,
we'll take
Yeah,
it.
we can
sell it.
sell it.
A lot of Black Barf's gear, like his hat, are kind of, they're snazzy duds, so they look a little nicer. The rest of the guys are just regular duds.
Well, I've got my weird hat passion, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. So you take his hat. Eventually, you're going to gather up all the Coblins, tie them up, rope them together, however you want to do it,
Yeah.
and you're going to march them back into town.
Yeah, we can just throw them on the slogs.
I think it's on TV.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll just throw them on the slogs.
Well, the slogs are gone,
Oh, okay.
so you got to walk them back into town.
All right.
So,
Well, we're
but
doing.
If you walk a little ways away, you do see the slogs have stopped. Schnozzle and
Yeah.
Jeeps wanted to get them out of the way. So
Right.
when you come up, they're like, oh, okay, so you can load the Coblins up on some slogs. You can get on some slogs yourself. The scary ass mothers actually do kind of walk back. They're kind of walking towards you. You're like, uh-oh. But they're all like, ooh.
Yeah. I point to the house and I go,
They all look at it. And they march back to where they came from in the
Oh,
woods.
okay.
And they basically wave at you and like, "Ooh," a couple are burping. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
one of them's doing that. Like getting mad that he's got corn in his teeth, so one of them turns and punches and knocks his tooth out, and he's like, "What?" And they basically walk into the woods.
Oh, okay.
They
Well, that was
go back to
crisis
the-
averted. Yeah. While we're there, I'm gonna try and gather up a disguise.
Guys, for what?
All the clothes that we just found. All those clothes that we just took off.
Yeah.
Clothes and like something to make a big mustache.
Yep.
That guy's one tooth that got knocked out, he put the earner.
Giant tooth.
Your ass mother and put a big tooth in. One of the Coblins was growing a beard. You know, it's the whiskers. So you can pull those off the top of his head, kind of tie them together in a mustache. So it's like a cornhusk mustache. You get a big tooth.
Maybe some sticking out of your ears.
Yeah. Can I have to roll something to do a disguise?
Technically, but I have no idea what it is.
Survival?
Persuasion, maybe?
Persuasion. Roll your persuasion.
I got a 4.
You got a 4, so that's a success.
Yes.
And Foshan's like, wait a minute. Finishing touch. He pulls out a giggity.
Yeah.
The thing flies over, perches on your head, sits there for a minute. You hear a little, and it flies back to him. You are now like lime green. Your skin is lime green, and it's like nobody will recognize you now. And it worked. You're just like,
What the hell?
you're like, oh, it'll wear off in about 2 hours.
All right.
So as long as we hit the road before 2 hours,
Okay.
otherwise you're gonna get found out. The
All right.
Giggity's up.
I'm Jojo HoHo,
Jojo HoHo.
and let's see. I'm a cousin to HoHo Jojo, who's a bad guy running around and rustling up women. So I knocked him out and taken him back home to take care of him.
Foshan's like, well, that'll ruin your reputation. Why aren't you the real HoHo Jojo? And that other guy was an imposter.
Yeah, I like that.
And that way nobody meets you and thinks you're a womanizer.
Yeah, that's true.
More
Yeah.
than you already are.
Right.
Helping him with mason jars.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta try and clean the smell off before we get back to.
So on the way back, he's in disguise. He's washing off in riverbeds, or he's following the slogs, wiping it off the ground, smearing it on him like it's like vegetable matter and chicken grease. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm beautiful."
Well, I suppose I look different too because I'm not a white marshmallow anymore. I'm a toasty
You're
marshmallow.
crusty. So you guys come back into town. You ride right up to the main road.
Yep.
And everybody, like the sheriff, is sitting out front, and he's probably a fun guy. Mm-hmm. He's a fun guy. He's sitting there in his chair, leaned up against. You see the spores coming down. He's just all mellow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, man, it's pretty cool. He walks out. Oh, hey, we got visitors. Oh, a bunch of slogs. Hey, those are the slogs that were stolen. He gets out of his chair.
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah, you betcha. I'm HoHo Jojo, and there's a bounty out for this here fella.
Oh, yeah, nice meeting you, dude. Oh, hey, that's Black Barf. You caught him.
You
And his
betcha.
buddies. And you stripped him. That's weird.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Well, they got attacked by the badass mothers out there.
Oh, the scary ass.
He got mad and popped off.
Ah, well, good thing. Well, shucks. Why don't y'all boys come down here and we'll get you locked up? So basically, they kind of get down. You notice they're shivering because they're like, "I'm so naked." He's like, "Well, we'll warm you up in the cell." He's like, "All right, get in there." So the sheriff takes it. Well, come on back by, and I'll give you your bounty for him. I'll tally it up and get it for you.
Okay.
But I think you have other business to attend to.
Yep.
So you guys ride up to the ranch. Mm-hmm. Jeeps is like, "Wow, great job! I can't believe we got him back so easy. That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much."
Yeah, we're lucky.
Well, could be.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you better hope you're lucky. And out in front is Daisy in what looks like a makeshift wedding dress, but it's like a wedding dress that you would buy at like Victoria's Secret. And then her father in his glory, his wheel belly and his scooter and a double barrel shotgun.
So I
And
hand
they-
him like a handful of clams. There's like 20 clams. And I go, you're covered for me. Shove it in his
I'll do
pocket.
my best. And next to them is another Bodil, and he looks like he's a Weisenheimer, an old guy, and he's in a black suit with a little white collar, and he's got a book. And you notice the book is humanitarianism. So he's like the preacher.
Yep.
You guys ride up. He's like, "Hey, you got my slogs back. Good job, folks. Hey, where's that little one?" And he kind of eyes you.
Yeah.
Where's that little one? You know, the one that took advantage of my girl. Oh, he died, huh?
Yeah, he was represented me. He's not the real Hojo Jojo.
He's not, huh?
No, that's me.
That's you, Mario?
That's me. How dare he do that? I hit him right away.
Well, thank you.
You betcha. Sorry about this, but at least I bring back your slogs. I can't bring back the beauty and the puritanism of your lovely daughter.
He's like, wow, that's downright nice of him. She kind of looks at you and is like, well, yes, it is.
Oh no, I'm a very married man. Right? I hit the worm, right?
Did you grab him? Oh, you two are, well, that makes sense. A marshmallow and a cream filling. Yeah, your match made in heaven.
I'm like, I love you.
It's like that. You're about to barf and you kiss each other.
As you can see, we're very married.
And the Big John's like, see that, Daisy? That's real love right there.
That's right.
She's like, ooh, I don't get it.
That son of a gun was hitting on my woman too.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a good thing he's dead.
Yeah.
You don't want him coming around anymore.
Nope, never ever. Right, Wormy?
Oh, yeah, it was horrible. The scary ass mothers got him, ripped him apart, ate his innards, ate his outards. It was gross. And Big John, okay, we get the idea. Well, thank you very much. I think I have some money I owe you, so I'll pay you up. It's promised, I think, 100 slogs to return these. Or 100 clams. 100
I was gonna say that's a fast reproduction rate there.
He's like, well, let's get these slogs back in the corral, and I'll pay you up. So he goes in. You guys.
I slip another like handful to the worm guy. Oh, that's a good job. And, you know,
Like, oh yeah, no problem. Thanks.
you can make him rich. Like,
Yeah, he's probably like, well, hell, I was gonna get the reward. I don't need it now.
So we each get like 33 and a third.
Yeah, make it an even 40 for all of you. You get 40 clams.
Okay.
And then you'll get another 100 clams for Barf and his gang.
So that's 25 each.
25 each.
Yeah.
Or if you want to,
Oh,
Sorry.
Sorry.
tally it up and divide it among the other players or keep it for yourselves, I don't care.
Oh,
they weren't here.
Yeah, they won't care. You'll get the money.
So another 25 each. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you guys get the slogs to the pen, you notice they all gather and look. They all gather at the fence and look that way, like where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice they seem kind of look longingly that way. And Jeep's like, what's wrong with the slogs? They don't want to go back there, do they? And you hear some tree branches breaking and that something moving big coming this way.
Yeah, that's
A big slug.
And as it comes through the woods, you see a giant slog.
oh,
And it kind of like looks at him, kind of does this weird like keening sound, and they kind of all do it back. And he kind of smiles and kind of moves over to him, and they all kind of like nuzzle up against it. And it's kind of like, And they're like, oh my God. Yeah, Big John's like, it's a big slug. It's a giant slug. I didn't know there was one loose around here.
it's a slog father.
Slog father. Like, there's a giant slug. I didn't know there was one out here. oh my God, we're gonna be rich. And
I try and let it in, or you got him. We'll bring him in.
yeah,
bring him in.
you open the gate and it does the gate comes up to, if it was like a size, it would come up to basically its knee size. And it goes, it tries to wiggle through the gate. It's like a big fat thing. Kind of like, I'm so dainty. And it gets in the pasture and like, bleh. And they all kind of nuzzle together, and it's like, oh, hey, like they accept him as one of their own.
Oh, okay.
So he basically seems happy that he's with other slogs.
I lean over the worm. It's like the daughter.
I think it's more like just a big brother.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not gonna. They don't have any jars in their pants. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good safety tip.
Yep.
Thanks, Ray.
So basically, the giant slog moves in, and he's like, oh, he's happy as a clam because now he's gonna get rich off this giant slog that he can show, and all that. So he's like, well done, my friends, well done. And they basically, the town it's a little town. They're like, hey, you brought back this, and you got us a big tourist attraction. You got rid of Black Barf. Let's have a party. So they open up the suds midden, the pleated loins, and go in there, and they basically have a big party for the rest of the day. And you guys,
That's what I do, is drink myself silly.
yeah,
Okay.
Drink myself under the table.
I kind of stay for a little bit. Well, I got to go check on something, so I see y'all later.
oh, okay.
I can't lean unless you can give me some more.
Oh yeah. Hold on. He calls that Giggity back, and the Giggity's like, go.
What does it want? Does it want something in return?
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It goes over, sits on your head. You become bright red.
I get that way when I drink.
Good. Big John does. I don't even care anymore. You drop your tooth at one point, your mustache falls off. He's like, "Oh, you dropped your mustache there, pal."
Oh, it's
A good thing you ain't that HoHo Jojo, man.
that's right. That guy's disgusting.
Big John's kind of oblivious about some things.
That's fine. Well, he's rich now, so he don't care.
He doesn't even care. You could probably drop your disguise. Whatever. You don't want to marry the whore? Go ahead.
Trying to marry the reward.
So, okay, you guys.
So will we be allowed to spend any clams at this party, or are they throwing the party for us?
They're probably throwing the party for you.
So we won't
Big
even
John,
be
it's on
spending-
his tab. They're happy.
Yeah.
So they all basically have a party for you. And the next time we pick up, you guys are going to be waking up from a hangover, and the other players will be joining you. That's basically how it ends.
All right.
Again, we are half the Raconteur Society. Please check out our YouTube channel, where we have all the games that we've played so far, at least the ones we've got on video, in order on the playlist, so you can watch them as the stories unfold.
Organized even.
Organized and everything. And check out our link tree where you can see all of our social media. We're not coming up on anything for the rest of the year, just our regular game nights. But here's times to say thank you, Dale, for running the game.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mike, for doing all the tech stuff. And,
Yay, thank you.
love it. Thank you, Dennis, for letting us play in your Dragon's Den.
Yay.
And thank you, me, for playing.
Yay. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Check us out on Facebook.
Okay.
Love y'all. Be seeing you.
Bye.